What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen. This time, honey, I am back to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I gotta see what the people got to say about the show. So one person makes a post and says, TV Deets reported Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6 ratings for Season 6, Episode 23 that premiered on November 11th, 2023 had 297,000 viewers. The title of the episode was Roger That. This episode was mostly about Melody's name change ceremony and the effect on Martell through the eyes of the Fletchers and intro of their adult children. The person goes on to say Season 6, Episode 21 that premiered on October 28th, 2023. The viewers were 293,000. It was not about to kiki and haha. It had the lowest ratings of the season. This episode was about Kiki assaulting Tisha in the aftermath. Season 6, Episode 14, 2023, it had 444,000 people that viewed it. The title was Where There's Smoke, There's Marceau. This was the season's highest rated episode. This episode is where the Scotts were talked about, or they were in just about every scene. Based on titles, previews, and ratings, it seems like the majority of the show's fans, not fans of a person, tune in to see the Scotts and their interactions with the cast. The majority of the fans are not interested in seeing Kiki anymore, or a show that's mainly about Melody. What do you all think based on the ratings? So I want y'all to get down in the comments, and what do y'all think about that? Because a lot of people were saying, the Scotts are the most hated on the show, but why are the viewers, really tuning in to when the Scotts are carrying the show? So I myself think it's a coincidence. The people still don't like the Scotts, honey. They still don't like the Scotts. I think they do like when the people drag the Scotts. I mean, the knots, because you are not who you say you are, okay? So one person says, "Ooh wee, can you please let me know where I can find these ratings? Because boy, them mellow minions swear she makes the show." Another person says they are not watching for Melody, LOL. Another person says they surely do. Guess they don't have as many fans as the others, huh? The watermelon heads tried a blackout before, and that did not do a thing. We know who has the bigger following. So I guess these people are trying to allude to the fact that Tisha and Marceau have more fans than Melody. I don't believe that. Do y'all believe that? Who said that? So y'all put it in the comments. Who do you think has the most fans on the show? So another person says Melody doesn't make the show. She produces the show. If she is too much for you guys, stop watching, period. Another person says it's time to put the show to bed. Another person says not surprised at all. That show was a total bore. Although I did not watch a single second of the name change ceremony segment, the show was already a dud. Who is the EP? Oh, it's Mel. Why y'all dragging Melody for this? Carlos is in charge of the show. He is in charge of the girls and the boys, honey. Another person says, I am not a mellometer, but this isn't enough information to draw strong conclusions. I have a feeling that TV has become more competitive with the return of many popular shows in the last couple of weeks, and not everyone is going to donate both Saturday and Sunday to watching live TV. But the ring ceremony episode was painfully boring, and I mean painfully. What did y'all think of the episode? I haven't even seen it, guys. Can you believe that? I have not seen it because I've been so busy with these other shows. So I don't know how boring it is. But when I tell you from like reading all these comments, the people is saying it put them to sleep. They was bored. So y'all get down in the comments. Let me know, how you felt about the show. I don't think it was just because of Melody. I'm hearing that the Fletchers actually took over the episode. Miss Nail got to yell at her kids, and people, I just feel like people feel like Miss Nail and Chris is boring and they cannot carry the show. So y'all let me know what y'all think of that. So another person says, so Messy Mel didn't invite nobody from the group but the Fletchers. She don't like the rest of them people? Okay. She don't like the rest of the people. Why would she invite Kimmy? Kimmy is up Tisha's ass. She can't even be neutral no more. Why would she invite Stormy? Stormy ain't really her friend. Y'all know that Tisha feel like Mel got a dark soul. Like she is such a bad person. She always hating on me and my soul's marriage. So yeah, she ain't gonna invite them. Hook-headed, his big head ass, okay? Like he ain't invited. Okay, the only person that would probably be there is her mother. I still ain't seen it, so I don't know who was there. One person says the Scotts went to the beach, so they didn't have to go. That's why Tisha kept saying last week that she's going to the beach. They should have taken the cameras with them instead of showing us this boring mess. I have never seen this many people, you guys, cape for the Scotts. And the people was dragging the Scotts because you got Tisha copying off of Stormy's products. Okay, the little shipping address, and she used Canvas Beauty's name, honey, with her products. Okay, the heifer couldn't proofread. You got Marceau. They wanted to have a gambling night at Black. That got shut down. The Scotts was giving a lot of bad news, honey. They got all these lawsuits and stuff. So it's just like, child, the people is dragging the people. Okay, I don't think they just tuning in because the Scotts have so much going on or they carrying the show. It's just they are fun to drag, okay, and to laugh at. Y'all ain't figured that out yet. So another person says, how come y'all think we hate Mel just because we disagree with some of her shenanigans? It is really getting old every time someone comment about Mel who's not a Mel fan and we get called a hater. And another person comments to this and says it's so silly to be called a hater when one doesn't agree with what Mel does. That's true. Feel like everybody should be able, to have their own opinions, right? That's how I feel. Another person says the Scotts were friends of the Holts as a couple, not Mel's close friends. Yeah, them people are Martell's friends. And you could tell that if y'all go back and watch season 1, they definitely was Martell's friends. Because I feel like if you was a friend of Melody, you wouldn't be sitting on the sidelines like, well, who is Mel to give out any advice? And she need to get her stuff together. To me, all them people, Kimmy included, and Tisha, they knew that man was cheating on her. And they was sitting on the sidelines laughing. Okay, making jokes. Yeah. Okay. So, child. Let's see what the people are saying. Another person says, I'm not a fan of the Fletchers. I don't want them as a couple on the show. They can be friends to the show, but not regulars. Hell, they may give us more drama than Tiff and Big Lou. What y'all think? Another person says, I love the Fletchers. They are way better than the Scotts. They are better business people. Another person says, yeah, they are kind of lame. I didn't see it at first, but all they do is repeat what somebody told them. They never are there for the real events where tea is being spilled. They can take the Whitlows with them. They old and messy. That's a different level of trifling. Y'all think that the Fletchers are trifling? I don't think that they trifling. They are on this show, and y'all know that this show is messy, and they got to be able to keep up with the mess. I mean, I'm just saying. So another person says, where was Melody's line sisters or even just one of her sorority sisters, a childhood bestie, a friend, somebody? Don't mention that one doctor. So what is they talking about? None of these people was at her, they wanted her name change ceremony. So one person says they didn't show everyone there. We didn't see the kids either, but photos show they were there. So if she didn't show her own kids, why would she worry about showing her sorority sisters? Another person says Martell says she don't have any friends. Another person says, baby, has she even paid the fee to even mention being a AKA? She doesn't represent like Tisha and Kimmy. Another person says it looks like a bunch of Miss Van's friends was at the ceremony. Another person says all of these excuses for who was there and not, but the only friend and oddball out was Chris and Nell, which negates the theory it was just for family and close friends. The Fletchers are about as close to Mel as the Scotts and Destiny were through Martell. They only came for camera time. Mel doesn't have any friends for real. Oh, why y'all saying that? Another person says the only thing that bothered me about the ceremony is that now her last name is different than her kids. That's why I kept my married name even after I was divorced. Not everybody feels that way, so to each its own, I guess. Melody don't want to be associated with that man's name, and she shouldn't even want that damn name. He didn't put a whole hole in Holtz. Okay, he broke her heart over and over and over again. I'm sure in some marriages where maybe it wasn't all that cheating and disrespect, honey, okay, you would probably keep your name, right? You would probably keep your name because that's your kids' last names. But she went through hell and back with that man. And I wouldn't want his last name if he did all that shiggity to me. So to me, she did the right thing, shit. I ain't trying to carry his raggedy ass name. It don't mean shit. I could see if they naturally grew apart and it wasn't all that cheating and lying, you may keep it for the kids. But yeah, he disrespected the hell out of her. Shit. Melody said, honey, I'm going to throw the whole Holtz away, honey. Okay? Run away from me with this. So another person posts a picture of Stormy and says that Stormy is growing on me. Another person says, I feel that Stormy was out of her lane. If she wants to be all chummy with Kiki, she has that right. However, you can't control nobody else on how they feel, and that's that. Stormy starts mess and then wants to drag her beloved into it. Who they talking about? Courtney? Come on, Stormy. As for Tiffany, I actually agreed with her in regards to associating myself around folks who have their moment every time you turn around. Now, stating in regards to why Kiki and her husband moved from one district to another was not any of Tiffany's business. But Kiki's reputation is tarnished and I would not want to be a part of it either. Man, who the hell is Tiffany, though? Tiffany is messy as hell. She was told by the damn doctor. I forgot his name, but y'all know when they went on that couples retreat, he told her that she was codependent. She got abandonment issues. You don't need to be having a baby. You would be having a baby for all the wrong reasons. Now Big Lou is out working all the time. You lonely. I mean, I get it. You want your husband to be with you, but I just feel like she should have never had that baby because I don't feel like she had the baby for the right reasons. I felt like Tiffany should have checked herself into therapy. That way she is, making decisions more from a healthy place, not from a place of desperation or neediness or codependency, right? Child is really having a fit over this past episode. So another person says, I wonder why we didn't see the rest of the cast in this episode. So a person comments and says this episode was a snoozer. The Scotts were obviously missing from the screen tonight. I'm certain that Tisha and Kimmy wouldn't have wanted to suffer through the naming ceremony. So luckily they are not considered close friends. However, I have to agree, name is extremely important. So I understand why Mel went back to her maiden name. I understand the connection one needs to feel to their name, and I am happily married and really have been for a long time. Huh? Child, you went somewhere else with that. Okay, you just went somewhere else from that. Oh, another person says not just the cast was missing, her brother who held her down wasn't there either. Marcus wasn't there. He must have had something to do. Y'all know he loved Melody, honey. And he's supportive. I really love their relationship. Okay, so this person says, this episode, Carlos made sure all eyes were on Mel. She didn't invite any of the original cast members to her name change party. She could have left Nell sitting on her porch. Ooh, child, why y'all say that about Miss Nell? Y'all know Miss Nell love her some Melody. They close. Okay, another person says the entire Fletcher's family really put on a fake show to try to get on this show. What y'all think of that? What did y'all think of Nell and her kids and, her dynamic with the kids? So another person comments to this and says, can you prove it's fake? The boy was in jail, the niece is spoiled, and plus they are already on the show. Or did you forget who Martell was renting from? Or that the land that the comeback group started was from the realtor. Another person says, Carlos said he's been asking the Fletchers to film for years, and Nell was always turning him down. They didn't have to put on anything to be on the show. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that, honey. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.